One sec. We're on tape. Don't freak out. All right. Okay.
On January 1st, 1863, Abraham Lincoln made the Emancipation Proclamation, yet the freedom from slavery is being systematically but silently revoked today. In pre-Civil War America, if your parents were a slave, you were a slave. The cycle of slavery is just like the cycle of poverty. Slavery is not locked away within history textbooks, but exists as a result of such vast amount of economic inequality. While few black slaves escaped up north for freedom, just as few socioeconomic slaves escaped up the socioeconomic hierarchy. According to a Pew Research Institute study, 43% of children raised in bottom income brackets remain there, and 70% never even make it to the middle income brackets. The number of businessmen's fugitives is far too low within the land of opportunity. In pre-Civil War America, the institution of slavery was maintained through claims that slaves were morally inferior to whites. Poor individuals are likewise framed as morally inferior. I bet we've all heard someone say that poor people are just lazy welfare abusers who have the option to work harder but sit on their couch and bum it all day. According to a study by the Pew Institute, 1 in 4 Americans believe that the main reason for economic inequality is that the poor have a poorer work ethic than the rich. Though many Americans just believe poor people are lazy, research funded by Oxford America found that 40% of all working families in the U.S. are defined as the working poor. We must debunk stereotypes rooted in meritocratic ideology so that we can encourage human empathy. Both pre-Civil War slavery and socioeconomic slavery are maintained by denying the oppressed access to educational opportunities. Americans live in neighborhoods segregated by income level, and policy connects property taxes to school funding, ensuring that students of impoverished communities receive a worse education. Further, the impoverished home life of poor students is manifested within the classroom. Rosie's parents can't afford health care, so she doesn't have glasses and can't see the board. Caleb fell asleep in class today because he was awake all night taking care of a sick brother while his mom was working. And socioeconomic slavery, like pre-Civil War slavery, is upheld due to disenfranchisement and political inequality. According to the American Political Science Association, only about half of individuals who make less than $15,000 per year actually vote. The low voter turnout rates of the poor is not surprising. Poor individuals have no time to vote because they're too busy trying to earn a livable wage. And these measly paychecks cannot buy the enrichment activities that help children develop both the feelings of self-efficacy and critical thinking skills that lead to engagement in political society. It's also not surprising that the affluent are more likely to get elected into office and be heard by those in office due to their monetary campaign contributions. And finally, pre-Civil War slavery was maintained because of the economic self-interest of Americans whose business relied on slave labor. Likewise, socioeconomic slavery is maintained by the greed of big business owners. CEOs are making more than 350 times the average worker, and the average Fortune 500 CEO in the United States makes over $12 million per year, an amount almost $5 million more than that made by the CEOs in Switzerland, where CEOs make the second highest income. We all know that it took a war to end the enslavement of black men and women. It is our duty as socially conscious individuals to ensure that the cure to cancer, the solution to the energy crisis, the plan that will inspire global tolerance, and the courage to heal our world is not left forever locked away in the mind and body of a socioeconomic slave. Thank you.
Yay!
Finished. Oh God, how bad. Let's look. Let's see how long.